All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in, and guys, we are live. And I thought I'd come on here real quick before I turn in, do this quick live stream. I was going to do a video on this tomorrow, but I figured why not just do this live stream tonight since YouTube keeps playing games with videos. I don't have to say a whole lot. You guys know what's going on with YouTube and content creators as of late. What I wanted to talk about, of course, you guys see the title there. We're talking about Jake Paul and his claims to have $200 million to catch a fade with Canelo Alvarez. We're going to talk about that for a minute. Now, I got the article pulled up here, so let me read what they're saying about this. It says, Jake Paul says he has $200 million waiting for Canelo Alvarez to make what he calls the biggest fight in boxing. But many fans are struggling to figure out where that kind of money would even come from. Now let me find a quote here. Here's some quotes here from Jake Paul. It says, Canelo, I have the $200 million for you. Easy money. Jake versus Canelo. Let's get it done. This is what the fans have been waiting for. This is the biggest fight that could possibly be made in boxing, says Jake Paul. Canelo said he's down on the phone, so we're going to make it happen. I have the $200 million. I think that's going to be the next fight. Sign the contract, Canelo. Much respect to you. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing happen, says Paul. So he says Canelo is down for this. I think there's a video here. Let me see if I can play it.
Canelo, I have the $200 million for you. Easy money. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Let's get it done. This is what the fans have been waiting for. This is the biggest fight that can possibly be made in boxing. Canelo said he's down on the phone. So we're going to make it happen. I have the $200 million, and I think that's going to be the next fight. So sign the contract, Canelo. Much respect to you. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing happen. And that's the exclusive Kick live stream. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Official. You heard it here first.
All right, so you guys heard that. Jake Paul says he has some money. He's talked to Canelo about this, and this fight may happen. Let me say this. We know Jake Paul's coming off of that loss. I think it was, December with Anthony Joshua. He got his jaw broken. And, of course, Canelo's coming off of a loss back in September to Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, the talk has been Canelo's coming back in September. He's going to be facing Billy. And a lot of people didn't want to really hear that. And in all honesty, I think a lot of people wanted him to fight David Benavidez when he comes back. I get that. But I'll say this. Even though Billy's a tailor-made opponent for Canelo Alvarez, I still think it's a good fight. Because Billy's, he's going to show up. He's going to fight. You know, he's going to stand there and he's going to trade with Canelo Alvarez. You know, it's going to be a fight. It's not going to be an easy win like a lot of people think who aren't really familiar with Billy. And if you haven't really watched Billy, just go watch him in his last fight with Lester Martinez. That was a hell of a fight. So it would be a very entertaining fight in my opinion. Now, this thing with Jake Paul, I know a lot of pure boxing fans don't want to hear this. You know, another circus thing. But I look at it this way. Canelo's, you know, he's getting up in age now, and he doesn't have a whole lot to prove, you know, and making $200 million for fighting a YouTuber, you know, who's really going to turn that down? In all honesty, I wouldn't turn it down if I'm Canelo Alvarez. If I'm, you know, towards the end of my career, yeah, I would take that money, and I don't think he should be ashamed of it. Anthony Joshua fought Jake Paul, and you know he made a boatload of money, and you know he's still going to be fighting guys like Tyson Fury. So yeah, why not pick up an easy check, and then, you know, I don't know if he's going to fight in Billy first if this trumps that. This probably would trump something like that on a comeback. Uh, but as long as he's coming back and he's fighting quality guys, I don't see why not scoop up that money. Times is hard, and everybody's struggling out here, and $200 million is nothing to scoff at in my opinion. But I'm down for it. It's going to be a huge spectacle. It's going to be bringing a lot of casual boxing fans. But right now, anything's good for the sport because the sport's suffering right now, in my opinion. We just have so much of the stuff going on with these different organizations, Top Rank, Zuffa, you name it. It's just a lot of craziness going on in the sport of boxing, and I think we need to get back to just making good fights. I think that's the problem right now, making good fights. This fight here, like I said, it'll be a huge spectacle. It'll make a lot of money. It'll probably be on Netflix. It'll be seen all across the world. Netflix, one of the biggest streaming platforms on the planet. Yeah, why not? I take the fight. But we'll see what happens. He said he actually talked to Canelo, so I'm sure Canelo's down for it. He's going to be down for it. But I don't have a problem with it. But just wanted to drop that on you guys tonight because like I said, I was going to make a video on it, but YouTube's just playing around a lot with a lot of YouTubers channels as of late. They don't want to pay us, guys. They want us to make content, and they don't want to pay you. They want to use your content to put commercials on and ads on so they can make money, but they don't want you to make any money. So they've been using the same playbook that I think TikTok's done since TikTok was bought out. But anyway, you guys don't want to hear about that. You guys let me know what you think. If you watch this live stream later on, do you have a problem if Canelo Alvarez takes this fight? Because I know some people are. They're going to have a problem with it, and they're going to speak out against it. But at this point in Canelo's career, why not, man? Make your money, man. Make your money. I'm not going to, stand in the way of a guy making $200 million fighting a YouTuber. I think, that's the bag. That is the bag. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section, guys. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.